Hello, this is Mrs. Bridge, and today we're looking at art, design and geography. Today we are going to create a cartoon drawing inspired by Fazzino using bright colours and patterns. This is for week 8, lesson 3. Learning objective: to study the cityscape art created by Fazzino to create a cartoon city drawing inspired by Fazzino using bright colours and patterns. Charlie Fazzino, born in 1955, is an American pop artist known for his silkscreen serigraph in a 3D pop art style. His collectors marvel as much at his ability to capture the entire essence of his subject matter in one statement as they do at his use of vibrant colours, his whimsical sense of humour, and his hand-assembled multi-layered artistic style. And here is Charles Fazzino in his studio. So here are 2 examples of Charles Fazzino's artwork. You can see by looking at both pictures that they're both really bright. Let's look at the picture on the left-hand side. If you look, you can see 2 apples. In fact, you can see a small apple and then a much larger apple, and that takes up at least half of the picture there. You can see the Statue of Liberty holding up the apple, and at the bottom you can see an island and about 4 sailing boats. If I move my eye to the top of the picture, I can see that we have this brightly yellow colour that seems to illuminate the whole of that cityscape there. I can see that we have a train. The underground or the subway is a popular form of transport in New York. I can see the gorilla because that represents the zoo in New York City. I can see the trees representing the enjoyable green spaces that they have in America. I can see that we have Macy's, which is a well-known shopping centre, and I can also see that we have large skyscrapers there. And if I look to the top left-hand side of the picture, we can see a witch, and that witch represents the show Wicked that used to be on in Broadway. So you can see in that one picture, it's very vibrant, and you can notice at the very top there that we have party streamers, and that's because New York is known as the city that never sleeps. So in his artwork there, he tries to capture the essence of the bright, bustling city nightlife. If we look at the picture on the right-hand side, again, you can see that bright use of colour, and I notice that at the top of the left side of the picture, we can see some stippling, which is an effect we'll talk about later on in this video. I can see again that he's used those skyscraper buildings, again much larger than most of the other things in the picture. I can see he's also got the Statue of Liberty on the left hand side there, and again that really catches our attention. And then most of the painting or picture has lots of different buildings, and again you can see it looks very busy, and I can see at the very bottom there we've got some taxis, the yellow taxis that are well known in America, and again capturing that party life by the balloons in the middle there. So it really is a fun place to be, and I think he captures that in his painting. Very bright, very colourful and very cartoon-like. So I'm going to take you through some ideas that you can put on your own drawing. Hopefully you have got some A4 paper and you can turn that horizontally. And hopefully you've got a rubber and a pencil and maybe a black felt tip and some colours, maybe some pencils that you can use. So step 1, I suggest you draw a large apple in the centre of your piece of paper. You can pause the video and then I'll give you another idea. Step 2, I want you to draw a line that goes behind your red apple, and it's just a bit further than halfway up. Step 3, on the left-hand side, you can draw some clouds. Again, they don't have to be the same size and it doesn't have to be perfect. Step 4, now this may be quite a challenge, but you can see that we've got the Statue of Liberty here on the right hand side. You don't have to draw this, you could give it a go. And in this picture I've got a taxi. You could draw the taxi because that represents the popular mode of travel in New York. So you can take your ideas even further. You could add some Broadway signs, dollar bills, which is the currency in America, roads, train tracks, the American flag, tickets, suitcases, helicopters, burgers, hot dogs, hot air balloons. You can decide what you add, but be inspired by Fazzino's artwork. Okay, so we're returning to our picture and you can see that some tickets are added there. You are going to keep on building this picture up, adding as many different ideas as you can, fill in all of that space. So here is my drawing that I created today. I used the ideas shown previously and created a pencil drawing. I added more features such as a skyscraper building, a sailing boat, party streamers, dollar bills and balloons. I went over my drawing with a thin black fine liner. Again, you can use whatever you have at home. And here is my artwork all coloured in. Now look closely at the patterns because this is how you're really going to capture that cartoon 3D effect to your artwork. So you will notice that I have lines and that my lines on a skyscraper go a different direction to the lines as my background. So I have chosen again to do different colours lines on my clouds. And then you'll notice that I have this dotty effect known as stippling on my clouds. So you can see that I've also used stippling on the red apple there. I've used patch hatching on the Statue of Liberty. Here are some different techniques that you could explore. You've got hatching, cross hatching, patch hatching, contour hatching. Look at the way that the lines move there, showing different effects. You've got ruler hatching, and you'll notice that looks really dark on the right-hand side there. You've got, oh, that almost looked like lots and lots of scribbles building up there. And you've got stippling, which I've used in my picture. And then you've almost got this roof pattern. Notice how it starts really close together and then gets further and further away, gets bigger as it gets further and further away. So you can use any of these different ideas to add to your patterns on your picture. Here are some other arts to inspire you. These two drawings were taken from children's drawings found on the internet, and you can see that you've got different patterns there in the background, okay? And again, on the end there, on the right-hand side, you've got some different patterns to inspire you. It's really up to you to make your own work unique, be inspired by Fazzino and see what you can come up with. I hope you've enjoyed this little creative video for you. Keep calm, be creative, and we would love to see your work back at school. So hopefully you can email it to us. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.